this is kind of a stupid video really, but I just wanted to put this out there. There are times when it feels like a lot of celebrities are dying, you know, like certain periods. Like I remember around the time Bowie died and Prince died around the same time, and people were sort of saying, oh, a lot of people are dying suddenly. You know, I think Carrie Fisher died around then, and like quite a lot of people died, and it was like, wow, this is crazy. That's just gonna increase so much, so like exponentially. It's going to be crazy, because if you think about it, in like Bowie's era, right, when he was, you know, like young, and Prince, I know Prince is like a bit later than Bowie, but around that time there weren't that many celebrities. There were like quite a lot. There were more than there were in, say, the 40s and 50s when there was like fucking 100, but there weren't that many. There was like a relatively small number of people in the music industry. You had to be signed to a record label to be famous, and like, yeah, and that, you know, we're just talking music here. We're not including vloggers, fucking TV influencers, all the other industry, you know, movie industry, like everything. There are so many more celebrities right now than there've ever been, and the number is just increasing exponentially. It just keeps going up every year. There's more and more famous people, right? Most people don't get famous when they're old and near to death. Most people get famous when they're like young. So when these people start getting older and start reaching kind of dying age, you know, even getting just a bit closer to it, the rate at which celebrities die is going to go through the roof. Like, it will be a while. I think it will be a while before this fully happens. We're seeing it now. Even there seems to be like, you know, there's a feeling like, oh, a lot of young people are dying. A lot of young celebrities are dying. Really, there's not. There's just loads of them. So like, you know, Mac Miller and Lil Peep and these other rappers and stuff, for example, like, there's a lot of rappers, and so like, you know, most of them don't die young. I'm sure there's like a disproportionate, you know, thing going on, but like, think about it, right? When people, even around like 50, 60, some people do start to like die of heart attacks and stuff like that. You know, your chances of dying go up quite significantly. In like 20 years from now, it will go up a lot from all the people who have been famous now for a couple of decades, because there's been a lot more, even since like, you know, around the year 2000 and stuff. There's likely to be like a lot more celebrities, but especially with reality TV and stuff like that. But then after that, it's just going to go crazy. Like, think about it. Think how many people are famous now. It's going to get to a point where every single day you look at your phone and somebody whose work you liked, or somebody who you know, are quite familiar with, a famous person who you know, like, whose work you knew of quite well, is going to be dead. It's just going to happen constantly. And it's probably going to feel really weird. It's going to have like a weird effect on us psychologically, because even when there's like a cluster of celebrity deaths, it does feel quite weird sometimes, and you start to feel like, I don't know, it's kind of a grim feeling. And in a way, I think it's good. It forces people to think about death, but it's going to be crazy in the future. There's going to be so many dead celebrities, like, all the time. I don't know if it'll just become normal to us, or if it will like put us in a kind of like morbid state of mind all the time. It will make us feel, you know, more mortal ourselves, in a good way maybe, or maybe in a bad way. I don't know. Yeah, but it's a complete inevitability, like, unless by that point we've stopped caring about them, but I doubt that. And even then, new ones will have come along that we do care about. So yeah, whatever the case, a number of, you know, articles about so and so has died, this person's found dead, blah blah blah, that's going to increase so much with every year that goes by.